Hey guys, Mike from Northeast Turtle. Gonna be playing some Space Engineers. Gonna be going to the moon this episode. Or hopefully. This is the rocket we built at the ending of the last episode. Quite large, long, thin rocket. And it's got a lot of fuel, so hopefully it can get us there. A couple stages down already. We haven't even left the atmosphere, so ain't looking too good. It looks like we're about in space now, so let's see. So now that we're up here in space, I start turning my rocket a little bit. So because that's not a good orbit trajectory. So I decided to turn it, and should put us in orbit, I think. Or it almost will. I think I wait to the apoapse. Yeah, it looks like that's what I did. Cause I have this all sped up. Cause in the game, things like this take a while. Even when you're speeding up, like going to the moon takes a while. So yeah, now I start to increase. Just aim it on prograde and hit the thrusters. I notice I'm starting to fall a little, so I adjust the angle. And we're in orbit. Now we only have that one little thing of fuel. So now I start planning out how to get to the moon. And let me tell you, it's quite difficult trying to plan this out if you didn't angle your spaceship right. There's a lot of playing around. Try and add maneuver after maneuver. Maybe that will work. But that is a mess and a half. So I just get rid of all of them and try and start again. Okay, get something that resembles maybe hitting the orbit. But gotta line it up so it just interferes with it, you know, just so the apoapse is hitting it almost. And that looks about good. So line up with the target. And a speed up time. And here comes the thrust. very little thrust needed. Up in space, a couple of tanks of fuel will get you a long ways. But again, if I want to make a landing on the moon and make more and more landings, I'm gonna need to do more than just that. So I'm gonna have to come up with a new spaceship design. I eventually want to get a mobile processing lab orbiting the moon. So I didn't quite make it. I messed up the thing a little bit, but as you can see now, I'm actually going to interact with the moon, it shows. So speed up time. See if I can get any science while I'm out here. Nothing. Not sure how the thermometer works. Kept saying temperature scan can't be done right now. Not sure if you have to be EVA for that or... So I'm trying to line up so I just get an orbit around the moon just right here. But it doesn't seem like that's possible. Because I want to actually orbit the moon. Again, just playing with those is quite interesting to see where your actual orbit's going to end up as and how it works, you know. I decided in the end just to let that be that, and when I get closer I'll do more maneuvers. So now that that's on a stable orbit, I was thinking of maybe trying to get something into orbit, another thing into orbit, and let that go because it's got plenty of time to just sit there. And I was going to get a mobile processing lab into orbit around the Earth maybe. But then I realized I don't have any, what do you call them? Anything's to, you know, attach and reattach rockets to each other while they're in orbit. And so I decided not to, because that would not be good. If I get something in orbit and then I can't even interact with it, that would suck. So I need to unlock those first. So I decided to just go focus back on the moon. And now right here it doesn't look like the moon's gonna actually, you know, reach me, so I'm curious about that, but I guess I'm going slow enough that it actually does. Line up with the trajectory. And so this again, it won't put me in orbit, but it'll almost put me in orbit. it up. Speed up time just a little bit more. And burn just for 20 seconds. As you can see, the camera angle changed because we're now in orbit of the moon, but we're not actually in orbit. So speed up time a little bit. The trajectory changed that. I'm still not sure what that orange trajectory is. So I line up with the blue target again, just to set myself so I don't actually crash into the moon. Again, nice quick burn, doesn't use a lot of fuel up in space. And another maneuver, boom, orbit. Trying to conserve fuel because I don't have a lot left. I'm not sure if I'll actually make it back to the Earth. Lots of science to collect, but I don't even use that because we're not over the moon yet. Once we're in orbit, we can collect a lot better data. And we're now in orbit around the moon. Lots of data. Decided to send some of the data. See if I can collect another. Get an EVA. I want to get back home, so I'm thinking this trajectory, I mean, it's pointed toward the Earth, so hopefully it can actually get me out of here. Not much fuel left. Not sure how that purple orbit's gonna actually line up with that, but we'll see. And got an orbit around Kerbal. Still doesn't look like it's gonna line up, but then it actually does. So now they went orbit. We just gotta decrease our apoaps or our periaps. Very easy to do, and it's a nice quick burn. Just do a quick little retrograde burn right here, and I believe I used up all my fuel there. I don't know, this was, I was thinking under 60,000, I think it said, and I should be in Earth's grasp, so I can't actually go back in orbit, but turns out you can. And I found that out quite quickly. Speed up to the apoaps, do another retrograde burn. And that brings us, so we're in contact with hitting the Earth. Messed up a little bit of staging there. And there goes the rest of our rocket, and now we're just a little pod. Into the atmosphere, we're going still quite fast. Deploy the gears and the chute. Unfortunately, when I hit the water, I'm hitting it fast enough that the Science Junior gets destroyed, and I don't collect the like 70 or so science that came with that Science Junior kit. So I'll have to go around the moon again, but that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.